Hey, it is 12 noon on Friday, which means it's time for this week's episode of State of Real Estate. I'm John Christman. The show is brought to you by the Tampa School of Real Estate. Every Friday at 12 noon Eastern Time, we come to you live to mastermind, to grow your real estate business. And today is no different. And what I want to talk about today is something that you might not think is an issue, but it is. And it's all about this easy way out. The easy way out. Everyone's always looking for the easy way out of anything. And look, hey, easier is always better, right? No, not always. Sometimes it's the more difficult, the obstacle that is the way. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And I want to go through and run through some basic scenarios that you might be seeing with clients, objections it is that you might be getting when really it's just they're looking for the easy way out rather than doing what it is that they want to do, getting what it is that they want to get. So us as the professional, as the executive in their lives to satisfy their real estate needs and make their real estate dreams a reality, this is where we come in. Give them that little bit of a pep talk, to get them amped up, to pull them through this process when they're not sure if they're going to be able to do it, if they're going to be able to qualify, if they're able to, whatever the case may be. So that's what we're talking about today, pushing your way through. So we got a great episode of State of Real Estate today. I'm John Carismo. Show is brought to you by the Tampa School of Real Estate.
You are watching
State of Real Estate. Every Friday at 12 noon Eastern Time. Grow your real estate business. You're watching State of Real Estate. Hey there, welcome back to this week's episode of State of Real Estate. If this happens to be the first time you're tuning into State of Real Estate, welcome to the show. Every Friday at 12 noon Eastern Time, we come to you live. We started this show for our past students, our current students, as well as our future students to help you get a better understanding of what it takes to actually make some money in real estate. And this is a really universal topic it is that we're talking about today. And this topic, it's all about pushing through to not taking the easy way out. If I could spell easy, that would help. There we are. So the easy way. Now what is the easy way? Well, your clients are constantly looking for the easy way out. Sometimes we get those low-hanging fruit clients, the clients that, they're the perfect kind of clients. They need to buy a property yesterday. Whereas the people that are, maybe thinking of trading up in their house, maybe they have a home it is that they love, but maybe they've outgrown it. Maybe their commute is too long. Maybe something is no longer ideal about that property, but yet they put up with it because that's the easy way out. They put up with it because they're worried about whether or not they could qualify for a new mortgage. They put up with it because they're worried how much they'd be able to sell their house for. They put up with it because they think maybe no one would want to buy their house. Notice all of these mental excuses, how these satisfy the complacency of the general public. And that's why we've got to be in there showing them the doors. How do we show them the doors? How do we let them know that, hey, this is possible? No one gets a real estate license and thinks that as soon as they have a license, their phone's magically going to start ringing, that people automatically somehow know that they've got a real estate license and they just telepathically know your phone number and your phone's just ringing off the hook all of a sudden. No. Now, if you get your name out there, if you build your brand, if you build your reputation, and not just get your name out there that you practice real estate, but start showing the possibilities of what's next, of what that next door is. Because they might think going through that easy way out, that, oh yeah, it's too difficult to get a mortgage now. We'll never be able to get a mortgage. You know, the lenders, there might be some where you don't always get what it is that you want, but there's a lot of lenders out there that have money that they don't know what to do with because they can't find people because they're not doing a good job of showing people that door, showing people where it is that they could go. That new property, that new life essentially it is that they're seeking out. To be closer to work, to have more space, to have a nicer property, to all of these things of why it is that they might want to purchase a new home. If you're not out there showing them the way, showing them these doors, and essentially making this the easy way, because if we think about that, the easy way, what makes something easy? If you think about the things that are easy to you, why are they easy? Chances are it's because you've done them so many times before. First time you do almost anything, you're probably going to be terrible at it. Second time you get a little bit better. Third time you get even better. Fourth time you get even better. But what happens now if after this fourth time, say you're maybe riding a bike. You learn to ride a bike and then a few years go by, 5 years go by, and you've never rode a bike in the last 5 years. Getting back on that bike, it's going to be a little bit wobbly. You might be afraid to get on the bike because it's been so long. And now I'm not talking about riding a bike. I'm talking about buying a home and selling a home. Because if we go by the National Association of Realtors statistics, every 5 to 7 years, people move. They want to buy a new home. But if you go 5 years without doing something, you do something one time, and then you go 5 years without doing it again, that's going to seem a little scary. It's going to seem a little bit intimidating. That's our role that we play, to guide them through this process, to be the expert, to be the professional, to be the executive guiding them through this process, showing them, hey, look, this isn't so bad. I know what to do. I'm your professional. Trust in me. And we could just say trust in me, but you think they're going to trust you if you just tell them to trust you? No, you've got to show them that they can trust you. Show them the information that's in their best interest, the things it is that they need to know, even if it's not always the best information or the information that they're going to like the most, but showing them all the information is going to truly build your trust with the client. And when you start to develop that trust, now they're not going to go fact check you. They're not going to go talk to other people and ask if you know what you're talking about. They'll tell people, oh no, we've got a great realtor. He knows what he's doing. She knows what she's doing. We trust them 100%. That's what you need clients saying about you. But now, how do we do that? Well, we make this easy, because if we're making it difficult for our clients, if we're adding obstacles and we're making this difficult, we're not making their job easy. Look, this is 2018 right now. People want easy. No one wants to do things hard anymore. So the little Roomba robots, the little robotic vacuums that drive around and vacuum your house for you, why are those so popular? Why has that been such a great market where there's now all these competitors of these little robotic vacuums? Because it makes it easy. Why are services like grocery delivery or even gas delivery now? You get your gas delivered straight to your car. Don't even have to go to the gas station. Why? Because you're having to pay extra for these services. Why are people lining up to pay for these services? Why are people willing to pay for an Amazon Prime membership? Why are people spending money for this? For the convenience, to make stuff easy. You know, going to the grocery store is such a hassle, having to wade through the people and search all over for the things it is they're looking for, and the stores are constantly moving the things around to get you in there longer so you find more things that you don't need that you want to buy, and people don't like that. They want it to be easy, and they're willing to pay for something to be easy. See what's going on here? If we're making things difficult for our clients, and this does seem kind of like a no-brainer, but we've got to think about these simple elements, and you've got to question what it is that you're doing with your clients every day and ask yourself, are you making this easy? Are you adding some difficulty? Are you adding some extra steps that maybe aren't too necessary, but the reason why you're doing them is because you know everyone else does them, and that's just the way things are done? You know, if we talk about vacuuming, the way things are done, you know, pushing one of these guys around, that's the way things were done. You think when Roomba was developing their robotic vacuums, they said, all right, well, we've got to make sure we could have a person here. No. They questioned that basic fundamental principle of having a person pushing the vacuum and said, well, what if the vacuum could push itself? No. People won't want that. Why not? People wouldn't pay $1,000 for a vacuum just so it'll push itself around. Yes, they will. You know, these grocery delivery things, and you know, Publix is a big grocery store in the Tampa Bay area, and for so long they didn't do any grocery delivery. You could only get them through stores like Whole Foods, which is now owned by Amazon. Amazon saw them as a forward-thinking company, and that's why they wanted to acquire them. Publix was like, oh no, people don't want to. Why would people not want to come to the grocery stores? People don't want to pay to have their groceries delivered. How would we sell them all this extra crap they don't need if they're not coming in our stores? Guess what they do now? They've got billboards on the side of the road advertising their grocery delivery. So they were late to the party, but they've realized that people like easy. People want the easy way. And look, the easy way could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. If you're the one making things easy, you're adding value to the marketplace. If you make it easy, you add value. And when you're the one that makes things easy, you know, everyone loves easy. It's right up at the top of their list. They want easy, they want simple. No one wants to do something the hard way. Some hard things. We've got to maybe figure out and do a little bit of trial and error to figure out, okay, maybe what is it we can eliminate here to make this process easier? What can I do that might be a little bit difficult at first, but will make this process easier, which will ultimately make your job easier? So you've got to do the hard way so your clients can have the easy way. And now what happens here? You're creating value. What happens when you create value? You get paid for that value. That's how our open market system works. Our open market system is you contribute value to the marketplace, you create value, you get paid in exchange. So try to think of what ways you could kind of simplify your processes. You could simplify, and how do we simplify this? What is it that we could do in a typical real estate sale or dealing with a seller to make things easier, to make things simpler, to just make it with the least resistance possible? Well, that's the real question here. We get the simple concept that, you know, we want to make things easy because we make things easy and people like us, they want to spend money with us. They want to hire us. They want our services when we make things easy. No one wants to hire a real estate professional that's going to make things difficult for them. No, they want somebody who's going to make things easy for them. And we're going to talk about what it takes to make something easy. But first, we're going to take a quick commercial break. So stick with us. I'm John Christopher. You're watching State of Real Estate.
Have you seen what's going on in Tampa?
If you're looking to get in on the real estate action that's going on in Tampa right now, we're who you need to talk to. We can help you get your real estate license, start your real estate career. We're here to assist you for the life of your real estate career. Give us a call. Phone number is 813-928-0106, or check us out online at tampaschool.com.
Do you want to incorporate studying for your real estate exams into your busy schedule? Now you can review the key topics you need to know to pass your class and state exams with our MP3 audio review. Simply pop in your headphones or connect to your car to reinforce crucial information while you exercise or drive. Listen to the first unit for free at mp3audioreview.com. That's mp3audioreview.com.
Hey, if you're enjoying the show today, which I'm sure you are, be sure to hit like, subscribe, post your comments, share with your friends and family. Thank you guys so much for watching.
You are watching
State of Real Estate. every Friday at 12 noon Eastern Time. Grow your real estate business. You're watching State of Real Estate. Hey, welcome back to this week's episode of State of Real Estate. I'm John Kurtzman. The show is brought to you by the Tampa School of Real Estate every Friday, 12 noon Eastern Time. We come to you live to mastermind to grow your real estate business, to learn about the things that translate directly to making money. And this is an ever-going, ongoing, forever learning process of newer, better, more sophisticated, more efficient ways of making money. That's what we do on Fridays. So thank you guys for tuning in. But let's get back to what we're talking about today, the topic at hand of the easy way. And the clients are always looking for the easy way. And a lot of times these easy ways end up being a bad thing because they're looking for the easy way. And the easiest way, the path of the least amount of resistance, is just to sit still. Just to keep having that long commute to work. Just to keep living in the house that's too small for your family. To just, whatever the case may be, where they feel stuck there. Whereas us as the real estate professional, to show them this is easy. So what has to happen first to have the easy way? Well, knowledge. Knowledge, education, training, whatever we want to call this. You have to know in order for this to be the easy way. Let's put that a little bit bigger here. Got to have the knowledge. Without the knowledge, you won't know what the easy way is. And let's think of this. Let's go into the scenario here. Let's say a buyer wants to buy a home. They start looking at homes. And then you've showed homes before, so you know how to show homes. But let's say you've never had a property under contract before. And they say, oh, we like this house. We want to make an offer on the property. You're like, oh, crap. I don't know how to make an offer. Well, is that the easy way? Is it going to be easy for the clients? Because how could we make it easy for the clients if they say, hey, I'm ready to make an offer right now? Well, maybe we've got a contract in our little briefcase or bag or whatever we could pull out. Maybe we don't. Maybe you're with the 21st century with 2018 and you could just pull out your phone and say, all right, let's get the contract going here and just start whipping up the contract right in here. It's just some blanks you got to fill in. No reason you can't do this with this technology that we have in our pockets everywhere it is that we go. And they just do a little electronic signature right on there. Boom, done, offer submitted. Now, if you don't know how to do that, if you don't have the knowledge of these tools that make it easy, because the easy way can be a good thing and a bad thing. It's a bad thing when it holds you down. So the easy way without having the knowledge of maybe how to use this electronic system, okay, well, go ahead on home and I'm going to stop in my office and pick up a contract and I'm going to go stop by over at your house tonight and we'll go over that. I mean, what's happening here? You're spending extra hours. You've met the client. You're already there with the client. They're ready to make the offer now, but now you've got to go to your office. Now you've got to go print out a contract. Now you got to go to their house. Now you got to go spend an hour with them going over the contract there at the property, and they might have had maybe some second thoughts and they're reconsidering it now because they're maybe thinking of the easy way, because the easy way for you here is just not to do anything, but think of how much more difficult your life is by making that one easy choice. Oh, I should learn about these electronic signature systems that are out there that the Association of Realtors has basically for free, that maybe a broker gives you for free. I should probably learn about that, but you know what? Why? Good old paper works just as good, right? Yeah, it works, but not just as good. You take that little bit to gain the knowledge of how you could just pull your phone out of your pocket and just get right into putting the offer in right there, emailing it right there on site. They're walking away saying, wow, that was easy. Rather than them saying, all right, I'll meet you at home, and them thinking on the car ride home, I don't know, what do you do? Do you really want to do that house? Oh, maybe we should go with a lower offer to begin with. Maybe I should call my brother or my sister and see what they think about this, or talk to somebody and, get their opinion on this, because they know nothing about real estate, but I trust them, so that's why I want to talk to them. This is what people do. And when we don't make things easy, they seek out people that will make this easy. People are, a lot of times there's a general human nature to avoid decision. And chances are it's because they've been burned by a decision they made in the past, that they made a bad decision that had implications to them that makes them not want to make decisions again in the future. And the more times that happens, the more intimidated they get about making these decisions. And when they see something's tough or difficult, or they've got to know these things, they're going to think of what they don't know. So what do? We have to be the knowledgeable one. We have to know so we can make it easy for our clients. So it all starts with that, the knowledge, having the knowledge. And then executing on that knowledge. Because you might have maybe took a class on how to do these electronic signature types of things and whatnot, but maybe you've never tried one out in the field with a client. Maybe you're just so used to the old way of doing things, of, having to go get a paper contract and then going to meet them, and wasting all this time running all over town getting paper signatures when you can very easily do it electronically. Executing what it is that you've learned, because these two go hand in hand. Without execution, knowledge is pointless. It's pointless to go learn how to use some electronic signature system if you're not going to use it. It could absolutely make your process smoother. And this is just one particular example of one way you can kind of speed up this process and make things easy. But you got to execute this. Without the execution of this, it's pointless. And then the third thing I want to say here, and this kind of all cycles around, is question the norms. Is there an easier way? Yeah, this is the way I've been doing it, but is there an easier way? And then we go back and we seek out the knowledge. We find the knowledge, we execute on it, and then we move on with questioning more of what can we do? And so let's talk about another example, because, I think you guys get it, electronic signatures are good and whatnot. Go get electronic signatures. That's not the point here. The point made is this process, and that's one particular example of this. So another example here. Let's say that you're trying to find new business, and you're questioning the norms, what's typical amongst people. And let's say you're maybe going to be doing a mailing or going door knocking to some sort of apartment complex. Now, when we're doing this, we're trying to see if they're interested in purchasing a home. Because we know, so many benefits of owning a home. But do they know? They might actually know. But then why are they still renting? If they know that there are these benefits and they know it's a better option, why would they still be renting and not owning the property? What's the holdup here? Is it just because they're looking for the easy way of, not having to do anything, taking that path of least resistance? They maybe look at the home buying process as difficult, as long, of potentially facing the rejection of mortgage lending, of applying for that mortgage and getting the red stamp that says denied. That's what they envision in their heads when they're thinking about this. They go, maybe I'll go try to apply for a mortgage, and then you see them there, denied. And they're like, no, I'm just gonna stay here. I'm just gonna go back, turn on the TV, watch some mind-numbing TV, so I don't have to think about this here. That's what happens when they're left to their own devices. And I get it. The world is a scary place. It can be. There's a lot of bad things that happen out there. We're not one of those bad people. We're here to help them. We're here to help them purchase an asset they can appreciate in value. That in 5 years from now, when on average they're ready to sell their home, that they'll have some equity in there and they can move up into an even bigger home. All things holding standard, them having the same income, and that's just assuming their income's not going to go up at all over 5 years, and let's just say it stays the same. If they've got that little bit of appreciation of their biggest asset it is that they own, well, now they can afford a bigger property. save monthly payments just by having that little bit higher down payment. And so we have to think through this, and we have to kind of come from the perspective of our clients and say, well, what do we do to make this easy for them? What is it that's going through their head? What's intimidating them? What's stopping them from wanting to act? And now, how do we get that information in front of them? And we seek out the knowledge of maybe some first-time home buyer programs. You know, there's so many agents out there that don't know a thing about first-time home buyer programs. So all kinds of first-time home buyer programs. There's all kinds of different mortgage lenders that have different programs, and these different programs might be better suited for somebody that's a first-time home buyer. There's the FHA loan programs, and the FHA isn't even as popular as it used to be because now there's so many conventional loan options that have low down payments, sometimes even lower than what the FHA 3.5% down required is. And it's overall a better and easier loan to process. But without us having that knowledge, we can't execute that with our customers. So we've got to question what's going on. Why did these people renting property not want to buy? It's not something going to be just as simple as, hey, I can help you buy a house. Here's my card. Call me. No, they're probably not going to call you. So we've got to question the norms here. We've got to seek out the knowledge. We figure out what it is that, what's going through their heads. What's their normal thinking of why they're staying in this situation and not wanting to expand and grow further. And then seek out the knowledge of what programs are available, what tools are available, what processes, what this process is going to look like. Not just knowing about that these programs exist, but now what do these look like? Because it's inevitable that they're going to ask you questions about these programs. So what are those next steps? How easy is it to get? What do they have to do in order to get them? Finding out about that process, and now we can execute upon that. And then when we go to seek out business from the people that are renting right now and are maybe interested in ownership, hey, did you know that there's this first-time homebuyer program? You get $10,000 or whatever the program is, and all you've got to do is complete this class. I've got some more information here at my office. When would be a good time for you to come in? And now how do we know to take that approach and that angle? Well, we question the norms. We try to get an understanding of why they're not purchasing. Where is it that they're coming from? So we can make this easy. Because they're ultimately looking for that path of least resistance. And really, doing anything is almost always going to be more work than doing nothing. But we've got to make that close. You know, maybe even going to this class, if there's a program that requires going to a class but maybe has a higher incentive, maybe it's a higher amount it is that you get, but you've got to take a class with it versus maybe some lower grant program type of thing, but there's no class required. Well, even though that other one might be less money it is that they're getting, if there's that lower threshold, that lower burden, maybe that's what you lead off with. You don't lead off of, hey, yeah, you've got to take a class and you get some free money. They maybe don't have time for a class. They maybe don't want to take a class. Remember, the easy way. We're here to make things easy. And the easier it is that we can make things, the more our business will flow, the more clients it is that we'll get, because they'll tell their friends, they'll tell their neighbors, hey, yeah, you know, I've got this realtor that they hooked me up with this first-time homebuyer class. I'm getting all this money here. Yeah, you guys should do it. It's it's a great time to buy. And that's what you want to make this easy for them so they get excited about it. Think of maybe taking a test. You know, as a real estate school, I could tell you how many people get excited about taking an exam, about taking some sort of test, about doing something that's difficult. When something is difficult, people are not excited to do it. But I'll tell you about the people that do get excited, because we do see those, and these are the people that have been studying their butts off, and they know that this exam is going to be easy because they know the stuff inside and out. And they're excited. When we get people that are on our review days before our exams that are asking us, hey, can we take the exam now? And they're ready to go. They're excited to take the exam because they know it's going to be easy. But then at the same time, there'll be people, no, we're not ready yet, because they know it's not going to be easy. And just see how that little difference is. People get excited for things that are easy. People run from things that are difficult. They run from the difficult things. And that's what separates out great agents from mediocre, or should I say even bad agents. that difference maker is willing to face that adversity, to take on that difficult task of learning about first-time home buyer programs. Because the easy thing to do would be not learn about them, but now how do we reach these clients? So we've got to do the difficult tasks sometimes, ultimately to make it easier for our clients. When we can make it easier for our clients, that increases our business. It allows us to grow, it allows us to scale, allows us to bring on assistants, bring on a team, allows us to have a business that's worth having. But it will take those difficult steps. I mean, getting the real estate license in the first place. The exams can be easy. Like I was just saying, we get people that are excited to take the exams because they know they're going to kill it. But that's because they've put in the work for this. And taking these steps into these difficult territories where there'll be some work involved here. But whenever there's work involved, there's people that aren't willing to do the work, and that makes the reward at the end of that work that much greater. So that's about all the time it is that we've got for today. Thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode of State of Real Estate. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope today's got some information that you're going to be able to take and implement into your business and start questioning it. Just remember these 3 steps here. Figure out, question the norms, find out what it is that you're doing that seems difficult, and find out, is there an easier way? Is there an easier, more efficient way? Because when it's easier, it's more efficient, and when it's more efficient, you could repeat it more often. So in order to do that, though, you question the norms. You find out, okay, where the bottlenecks are, where are the things slowing things down. Now let's seek out the knowledge to speed this up, to make this easier. And then let's execute that. So figure out the problems, find the knowledge to solve the problems, and then execute on that knowledge and repeat this process again and again to constantly make your business into a leaner, meaner, money-making machine. And that's all about the easy way. The easy way could be bad if you're just looking for that immediate, easy way. But if you do look for the easier way of doing things, it ultimately does benefit your clients. And not all easy ways are good ways. A lot of times the easy way is a bad way that's going to hurt our clients, that's going to hurt our business. So you got to be careful, and that's why you're questioning these things. But a lot of times making things easier ultimately will help all parties involved. So go through this process of just figuring out where those bottlenecks are in your business, seek out the knowledge, and now execute on that knowledge to improve your business, to improve the experience for your clients, and watch your business grow. Thank you guys for tuning into this week's episode of State of Real Estate. If you do want to catch the rerun of this or any of the previous episodes of State of Real Estate, make sure you go to tampaschool.com/success. Again, that's tampaschool.com/success. That's our Success Center. We created this to help you build a successful real estate career. There's hundreds of videos, articles, calculators, tools, so much on there to help you be successful in real estate, because that's ultimately what we want. We want people to be successful in real estate because you remember where that success started off for you. We want to make it easy for you guys. We're making things easy. You need to make it easy for your clients as well. Hey, if you got post license or continuing education coming up, talk to us. We'll make it easy for you. We're all about making things easy. You should be as well. It's all the time we've got for today. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.
Have you seen what's going on in Tampa?
If you're looking to get in on the real estate action that's going on in Tampa right now, we're who you need to talk to. We can help you get your real estate license, start your real estate career. We're here to assist you for the life of your real estate career. Give us a call. Phone number is 813-928-0106, or check us out online at tampaschool.com.
Do you want to incorporate studying for your real estate exams into your busy schedule? Now you can review the key topics you need to know to pass your class and state exams with our MP3 audio review. Simply pop in your headphones or connect to your car to reinforce crucial information while you exercise or drive. Listen to the first unit for free at mp3audioreview.com. That's mp3audioreview.com.
If you're enjoying the show today, which I'm sure you are, be sure to hit like, subscribe, post your comments, share with your friends and family. Thank you guys so much for watching.
You are watching
State of Real Estate. Every Friday at 12 noon Eastern Time. Grow your real estate business. You're watching State of Real Estate.